Uy, may bagong dating from Xiaomi. Teka, parang masyadong maaga para sa T-Series. Normally, mga bare months sumalabas ng T-Series Dumating na ako Xiaomi 17T, parang kailan lang 15T. Alam ko, if tama ako, on every year, ang cycle na is normally mga September, October, sa mga T-Series. Pero parang sobrang napaaga at siguro sobrang excited si Xiaomi na ipakita sa inyo ang kanilang T-Series. Na sobrang nila pinagmamalaki ang mga improvements dito, which pag-uusapan natin lahat yan after this quick intro. So pagdating sa box, well, honestly, wala namang pinagbago sa kanyang itsura. Still plain white box, 17T na nakaprint dito, and 17T din ang nakaprint dito sa gilid. And as usual, nandyan yung pang-asar niya kay Huawei. With your favorite Google apps, Google is a trademark ni Google LLC. Well, actually, medyo laos na yun. Kasi lagi nila inaasar si Huawei na walang Google. So, buksan natin. So, kita natin, Xiaomi. So, designed by Xiaomi. And it's open. Meron tayo SIM ejector tool, warranty card, and quick start guide. Meron pa siyang pa-jelly case sa color grayish. And andito yung phone. We have your A to C cable as usual and your 67 watts na fast charging brick. Ito, kung gusto niyo tingnan ng kanyang specs, pause mo na lang. So hindi na natin patagalin, labas na natin. Uy, ito yung kanyang color white, ang kanyang opal white. Pero medyo mas flagship color ang kanyang color purple or violet, pero ito ang hawak natin on hand. Pero maganda rin siya. Pag nailawan siya, makita mo may pagka-rainbowish siya dito na sumasabay. Now, para sa kanyang presyo, ang Xiaomi 17T na may 12 gigs of RAM and 256 GB storage is priced at 33,999, and ang kanyang higher variant, which is the 12512, will be priced at 37,999. And of course, there's the 17T Pro. Ang kanyang 12256 will be priced at 45,999, and ang kanyang 512 will be priced at 47,999. More details on the description box below, or just simply click yung YouTube something link para ma-redirect kayo at mabili nito na legit, at makamakuha nyo pa yung freebie niya na Redmi Watch 6. Kunti ingat lang kasi maraming scammers. And by the way, baka makakuha pa kayo ng free vouchers galing sa akin na worth 2,000, 2,200, or even 2,500. Depende sa collaboration namin with YouTube. So don't forget to click it. Now, one of the good things naman dito sa 17T is very premium naman kanyang design. I like yung kanyang likod, glass finish, matte finish, and maganda naman ang kanyang texture dito. Masarap hawakan. Hindi siya sobrang smooth na madulas, and hindi rin siya sobrang matte na magaspang. Tama lang. I mean, maganda yung grip niya. Probably one thing na medyo na-dismaya ako dito is that this one still has a plastic frames, which to my surprise, kasi you're charging 34,000 pesos and hindi man lang to aluminum frame, which is to my disappointment. And I'm not quite sure kung anong Xiaomi Dragon Crystal Glass ang protection na dito sa harap, pero I'm sure na it's definitely scratch resistant. One of the things na gusto ko dito sa kanya is maganda yung kanyang pagka-chamfer dito sa edge, hindi siya makanto, smooth na smooth, sarap hawakan, no? Though one thing na napansin ko sa kanya dito is hindi sobrang nipis ang kanyang bezels. Though uniform naman siya on 4 sides. So here are the specs ni Xiaomi 17T. Kasama ko na tong phone nito for one whole week, and I would tell you na sobrang nice, sobrang smooth naman ang aking experience dito sa phone nito. Except that may mga kunting restriction lang dahil hindi pa na-release nung nire-review ko tong phone nito on most of the benchmark na tinatakbo ko like Antutu version 11, 3D Mark na extreme stress test, hindi natin mapatakbo dahil nire-restrict ni Xiaomi. Now on daily consumption naman, tinry ko naman mga AI, tinry ko mga games dito, mga AAA games, and honestly, was able to run. Wala akong naging problema naman dito sa kanya. Kaya mag-video edit ako din na ng CapCut, wala akong naging problema rin. Eh mas lalo na kung if you're just using social media dito. Smooth na smooth ka talaga experience mo dito. And by the way, this one is being powered by the MediaTek Dimensity 8500 Ultra. And I would tell you guys, it's probably one of the first time na experience ko yung chip na to. And I have no idea what is exactly yung kanyang score sa Antutu version 11. Though I was able to quickly get a idea sa Antutu benchmark version 10 kasi yung mga version 11 kailangan pa niya mag-access ng internet, i-grant ka pa ng permission to show the score, which is hindi na allowed. Sa version 10 binigyan ako ng 1.7 million points. So based sa experience, sa wild guess ko lang naman, siguro it would get you a 2 million or 2.1 million points sa Antutu benchmark version 11. Now if you want to check the other benchmark na ginawa ko dito sa phone nito, share ko muna sa inyo. Now, one of the things na tinitingnan ng many consumer and many buyers out there is yung kanyang battery. Well, honestly, itong phone na ito, hindi naman siya kabigatan, no? And what I like dito is that meron siyang 6,500 mAh na silicon carbon battery, meaning you have a bigger capacity without adding your weight. And it also supports 65 watts na fast charging support, and it also has a reverse wired charging support if in case gusto mo gamitin siya as power bank to power your other devices in case of emergency, pwede mo siyang gawin. Dahil malaki naman 6.5 di ba? And on average, it can last you for more than a day based sa akin usage. Wala akong naging problema dito na hindi naman siya mabilis malobat, you're using it normally, hindi ka babad sa gaming, walang problema. Kayang-kaya na magtagal ng 1 full day without even hitting the charging brick. Now, pagdating sa kanyang display, I kinda like yung kanyang display. Now, medyo mas maliit siya compare sa mga ibang phone. Siguro yung 17T Pro, yun yung mas malaki niyang version. This one only has a 6.59-inch na AMOLED display with 120Hz screen refresh rate, and also this one has the Xiaomi Vision Care. It means mas protected against blue light yung mata, and yun yung mga technology na nilalagay ni Xiaomi dito. Now, if you're trying to use naman tong phone na ito, swiping left and right, smooth naman siya thanks to its 120Hz screen refresh rate. Of course, there are still a lot of apps na can only support 60. Hindi naman lahat kaya mag-support ng 120. Now, you can set it here kung ano mga apps na gumagamit ng 120Hz screen refresh rate. You can turn it on or you can even turn it off. Yung mga wala dito sa listahan, meaning hindi niya support. Now, meron sa mga color scheme dito, normally naka-original lang siya, but I will tell you to switch it to vivid para medyo mas maganda ang iyong output. This would give you a more vibrant display para medyo mas candy sa inyong mata. Now, kung ang hilig mo naman is to use this phone pang social media, wala ka naman maging problema dito. Na smooth experience ko dito, probably saktuhan lang yung 6.59 inch. Hindi siya sobrang laki, hindi rin siya sobrang liit. There are phones like mga 6.3, medyo nakakabiti ng kanyang size, pero kung mga nasa 6.9, sobrang naman laki. I think this, for me, personally, this is the sweet spot at 6.59 inch. And browsing your favorite socials dito, expect naman to give you a good experience. Basta you have a good internet connection, pag mag-load ka ng mga shorts, mga reels, hindi yung loading. No? There are times, no, pag nasa labas ka, naka-mobile data ka, mainis ka rin talaga. Dahil kung yung network mo, like Globe Smart or dito, depende sa cell site, no? Hindi naman laging mabagal, pero hindi naman laging mabilis. No? Pero tinry ko naman ka ng 5G, wala akong naging problema sa kanya, mabilis sumagap ng 5G on Globe Smart, and dito, lahat yan na-test ko naman dito on this phone. Now, if you're watching mga videos like sa Netflix, sa YouTube, expect to give you a good experience naman dito. Magandang kanang colors, punchy, black is blacker, and you get nothing but one of the best experience if you're watching your favorite shows dito sa phone na ito. Ito phone na ito has dual stereo speakers. Ano na butas dito sa ilalim, and the other one's coming out dito sa kanyang earpiece. And let's just quickly test lang, no, kung gaano kalakas ang kanyang sound, kamusta ang kanyang sound experience. Would it be great? Try natin. Honestly, ang kanyang sound experience is good. Wala akong naging problema naman dito trying to listen music sa Spotify, watching videos sa YouTube, or playing games. Okay ang kanyang sound. Probably not as nice as mga Xiaomi 17 or 17 Ultra, pero on its level, I would say na pretty solid na ang kanyang sound. Now, since itong phone nito, maganda naman kanyang chip, and so we did try to play quite a few games naman dito on this phone. I was able to play 4 games, Call of Duty Mobile, PUBG, Wuthering Waves, and si Genshin Impact. Now, pagdating sa Call of Duty Mobile, I was able to achieve 120 FPS. No doubt na kayang-kaya naman itong chip na ito. And the gameplay was nice, smooth, and wala kang maging problema dito. Wala kang mafe-feel na frame drops or lags. Touch response is good, sounds is okay, not one of the best experience, pero pwede na. Now, one good thing na masabi ko sa inyo is halos consistent siya at 120 FPS kahit nagka-clash na tayo, and hindi siya mainit. It only reached 37 degrees Celsius after an hour of gameplay. Now, kamusta naman sa PUBG? Also, I was able to reach 120 FPS. Nakadalawang chicken dinner ako dito, and the gameplay was smooth. Honestly, wala akong na-feel na frame drop. Siguro pinakamababa na drop niya is to 115 based sa nakikita ko sa FPS counter. Lalo na kung medyo nagka-clash na kami, no? Yung medyo patapos na yung game, medyo nag-ratratan na kami. And yun na napansin ko, 115 ang pinaka-lowest na na-achieve niya. Overall game experience was really nice, smooth, and maganda naman kanyang sound, so wala akong naging problema. Touch response is good, and medyo mainit nga lang siya at 41 degrees Celsius. Pagdating sa Genshin Impact, umabot ako ng 60 FPS, and gameplay was good. There are some minor frame drops along the way kasi sinagad-sagad ko kanyang graphical settings. There are times na nakita ko nasa 50 ang kanyang FPS, lalo pa nagka-clash na. And okay naman na touch response. The sounds is okay, not the best. Game experience is not bad, I would tell you. And hindi rin siya mainit at just 39 degrees Celsius after 30 minutes of gameplay. Pagdating sa Wuthering Waves, nakikita ko umabot siya ng 60 FPS. Pero most of the time, nag-hover lang siya at around 45 FPS. Kahit na matakbo ako or may battle ako, somewhere nandun naglalaro. Pero pinaka-lowest na nakikita ko sa kanya is nasa 40 kasi sinagad-sagad ko rin ka ng graphical settings. Overall, the gameplay was nice, pero expect to get some frame drops na kung sinagad mo sobrang ka ng graphical settings. I would recommend you to lower it down para medyo mas maganda yung experience, and umabot lang tayo ng just 42 degrees Celsius after an hour of gameplay. With those temperature na nakuha natin sa mga AAA games, I would say na pretty cool itong Xiaomi 17T, ang kanyang thermals. Now guys, pag-usapan na natin, one of the key highlights dito sa phone na ito, sa Xiaomi 17, is definitely yung kanyang mga Leica lenses na camera dito sa likod. Now it starts off with a 50MP main camera sensor and may OIS siya, and yung kanyang 50MP na periscope telephoto lens. This one sports the Leica 5x telephoto, which is yung pinagmamalaki sobra ni Leica at ni Xiaomi for this phone. Kaya nga tinatawag nila flagship ito, kahit for me, this is more of a mid-ranger phone. Yung tunay na flagship is the Xiaomi 17. Ang kanyang T-series is more of classified as a upper mid-range para sa akin. Now, one of the good things dito sa kanyang periscope telephoto lens, kaya mag-zoom up to 120 times zoom, of course, using AI. And meron din siya 12MP na ultra-wide lens. Kaya na mag-shoot up to 4K and 60. And ang kanyang front-facing camera, 32MP, which can shoot you up to 4K and 30 FPS. Now, for some of the shots na nakuha natin, honestly, I'm really amazed with some of the shots na nakuha ko. Ang ganda, really nice. And I would tell you na sobrang goods to mga photo na ito na na-capture ko on outdoors. Ang ganda ng kanyang subject, ng flowers, yung likod ng kanyang blue sky is really good, pati mga branches kitang-kita. This is probably one of my favorite photos na na-capture ko using this camera. There are other shots na na-capture ko dito, pero pansin ko yung kanyang sky is a little bit overexposed. Now, siguro depende sa pag-focus natin, but overall, I would say yung kanyang camera is definitely great. Now, capturing some landscape like this one, talagang mapapabilib ka sa kanyang camera, ganyan kanyang blue sky, ganyan ang mga details ng cloud niya, and kahit medyo gloomy, you'll still be able to capture something as good as this one. Itong bokeh shot natin is definitely one of my favorite as well. Ang ganyan ka ng pagka-bokeh din sa background. Really nice and smooth. Other outdoor shots are pretty nice and solid. Yan, sasabi ko sa inyo guys, no? Really nice. And I will encourage you to check me out sa aking Facebook page para makita mo yung other shots na na-capture natin dito. Hindi ko siya kaya isiksik lahat dito sa YouTube channel natin. Now, no medyo pa sunset na, I was still able to capture some nice photo like this one. And this one is also good, except na medyo overexposed ng konti yung kanyang gitna, yung kanyang sunset. But not bad. Moving car kasi kaya hindi ko siya masyado na-focus sa maayos. Some outdoor food photography, masasabi ko sa inyo guys, maganda naman mga capture ko dito. And really, really nice ang mga shots dito sa mga street food. Now, ginamit naman natin yung ganyan ultra-wide lens, and this is how it looks like. This is a normal shot, 2 times. And this is a 5x zoom. At least pag zoom mo tong photo na ito yung pinagmamalaki niya ng Leica 5x telephoto na optical zoom. Ganda guys. Ang linaw pa rin itong signage na ito. Now, since sinabi ni Xiaomi I can zoom up to 120, so we proceed further. Mayroon tayong 10 times and zooming up to 30, 60, and 120. Now, honestly, not bad ang ganang zooming after digital zooming using AI, itong word na Solaire. Pero medyo kulang lang siya sa sharpness. Medyo may pagka-grainy lang siya. Now, pagdating naman sa indoor photography, getting some of these nice shots, mga mannequins, mga figurines, talagang ang ganda naman mga na-capture ko dito sa kanya. Natutuwa naman ako dito sa kanya, and it was really good, no? Itong kanyang camera, and of course, taking some apparels, okay, maganda. Kita mo mga fabrics niya. And proceeding to food photography, which is my favorite, talagang undeniably one of the best cameras at this price point for taking food photography. Probably one thing na napansin ko sa kanya is that under the yellow halogen bulb, doon mo mapapansin na medyo naninilaw ang kanyang photo just like this one. Other photos from the low light, kaya itong mga dress na to, ang ganda. Overall, happy naman ako dito sa kanyang camera performance. Now, pagdating sa kanyang front-facing camera, you'll be able to get some really nice snaps when you're outdoor. Medyo mapapansin mo, kahit naka-offer kayo ng beautification, medyo smoothen out ng aking mukha. So, medyo bawas ng blemishes and of course, medyo a little bit beautified. Hindi naman siya exaggerated, pero overall, I would say not bad. This is probably one of my favorite photos. Ang ganda ng kanyang blue sky sa likod and ang ganda ng pagka-capture dito sa photo na ito. And kahit ipasok mo siya sa low light, pansin ko sa kanya, no, maganda pa rin ang capture niya. Kahit mga pawis ko, kita pa rin dito sa photo na ito. And kahit itong dalawang photo na ito na low light, still performing really good. And here's a quick video from the front-facing camera. Facing camera, 4K and 30. Solid, I would say. Parang may kunting blurriness lang. Not sure kung madumi yung aking lenses. Pero overall, mas sabi ko naman sa inyo, yung quality is pretty nice and solid. And camera is against the sun. And pag ang mukha ko is against the sun. And ito naman ang na-capture natin sa kanyang rear camera. If you're using kanyang rear camera, shooting at 4K and 60, I would say na pretty nice, solid, very crisp ang kanyang view. And we can zoom all the way up to 6 times zoom. Though medyo a little bit grainy na lang siya after zooming for 6 times. So, hindi mo rin magagamit ang kanyang ultra-wide lens, by the way. Now guys, ano masasabi ko dito sa Xiaomi 17T? Honestly, maganda ang feel ko sa aking kamay. Overall experience, really nice and I'm happy with this one. Kanyang performance overall is really nice and really smooth. Wala kang maging problema dito sa kanya. Kaya naman na maglaro ng AAA games. Yung kanyang camera is definitely one of the ones to look out for this 2026 if you're into photography. Itong Xiaomi 17T is definitely one performer at sub 30,000 pesos. Now, of course, you still have to consider the phone nito has a big major price increase from the Xiaomi 15T, which is priced at 26,999. Right now, you'll be buying this for 33,999. That's a 7,000 pesos price hike. Pero in kanyang performance, I would say lumundag naman siya compared sa 15T. I like this one more than the 15T. So guys, kung gusto nyo malaman kung saan nyo pwede mabili ito phone na ito, I'll pop the link on the description box below or just simply click yung YouTube shopping link para makuha nyo mga discount vouchers coming from me and of course, para ma-claim nyo rin ang free Redmi Watch 6 na watch ninyo, which comes together free if you buy this at a early bird rate. So of course guys, don't forget to like, subscribe dito sa aking channel so you don't miss out ng mga review just like this one, Xiaomi 17T. And of course, hanggang dito muna ako. I'll see you on my next one. Peace out. And so, ako para si Richmond and you're watching Gadget Sidekick. What's up? Like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. For one of my latest uploads, click the dito. And for one of my popular uploads, click here.